Hi, welcome and good evening and assalamu alaikum everyone. We are continuing with the e-commerce mastery. Today we are discussing about drop shipping. That's a very much awaited topic. So we'll continue with an e-commerce mastery with the drop shipping discussion today. And thank you once again, all of you joining in. And as usual, I'll take you with a slide by slide. So meanwhile, please get settled in. So we'll start with that. Okay. So once again, official welcome to all of you for our 100 Days of Digital Mastery Challenge. Today, 42nd day of Digital Mastery Challenge. Today, 24th of August, 2020, Monday. I'm live from Doha, Qatar. So we'll start with the major topic today called dropship. And yesterday's, I know some of the things we did not finish about the platform features. After the dropshipping, we will continue with the platform features and obviously e-commerce features, which we just started discussing yesterday. So today, e-commerce mastery, day 3, and out of the 7 days. So today the topic is a drop shipping. So many people ask us now initial stage, when are you going to do? And I said part of e-commerce mastery we'll be doing. So now the drop shipping is that topic has come here. Okay, so we'll discuss what exactly drop shipping. So many people know, so especially this COVID-19 time, so many social media communications and a lot of other email promotions and remarketing communication you might have seen about dropship business. So what exactly a dropshipping business? So dropshipping business is basically without your dealing directly, physically touching, that's the right word, physically touching the products and physically keeping the products of your e-commerce business, whether you are doing a B2B or a B2C, you're handling that drop. That's a main thing. That's one is actually many things. One of the major reason it's attractive to many people is because you're not touching the products. That's a good thing. So that's one of the plus point on a dropship we have it is. So basically you have a website, the order processed in the website, and you received the order, and the order you processed through a drop shipper, and he will ship to the consumer place. That's a model, right? So here, for example, a customer places an order from the customer directly receive the product from the supplier. So you're not touching the products. That's a good thing about the drop shipping part. So here is a big relief. One of the major portion of the e-commerce aspect is covered here is basically you are not physically keeping the stock. You're not doing the packaging. You are not dealing with inventory. You are not having a garage, and you're not investing to the products. And that's another major thing. So all the things you have it is thing. So like there are so many companies like a China brand. So many. I'll give you the list of the dropshippers also. The many people ask many times reach out to me. Can you tell me where I can get the product? So I added added the products also for you to do a drop shipping if you are interested to start off drop shipping business. So basically a customer placing an order with your website and buying. That's what is the e-commerce we say, right? And after they buy the product, the fulfillment is one of the major responsibility of the website owner. Here, that responsibility you're passing out to someone. Obviously, your margin also will be reduced because that person also should get something on doing a shipping and logistic and especially the fulfillment activities. So this is exactly the dropship activities. So we discussed in the fundamental time in details about it, but now I think those who are not participated at that time. So for your understanding, you basically you are doing a dealing with the suppliers, and they will be directly shipping to the customer. So it's very easy for us to understand. Now, this dropshipping, the major thing what we have to do is a fulfillment methods, which is done by the dropshipper. Does not mean you are away from the responsibility, because the customer, the website, the person who's paying you the money, they are not really don't know about the supplier because they are not in touch with them. You have the contract and you do with the supplier, and customer come back to you. Okay, so even though you have a third-party supplier sending this one, you have a huge responsibility on a drop shipping part. Now, before I go ahead with drop shipping business, all the features and plus points of the thing I want to tell you, because the recent development in the e-commerce industry, because of the COVID-19, because of the lockdown, so many people and so many companies, so many gurus, especially started coming out and saying about the drop shipping. And there's a misconception in the market today. It's like get quick rich program. Actually, no. Dropship is like any other business we discussed with the e-commerce business. It's not even, you don't even have a convenience of an affiliate marketing, because here you are dealing with product, you are dealing with taxes, you are dealing with shipment, you are dealing with insurance, you are dealing with the warranty, your returns, and fraud, all the things you are dealing with. Only thing is you are not dealing with products, and you are not investing on a product. So this is only the difference on the drop shipping business, but it's not a quick rich scheme. And the way it's promoted online, it's not true. I myself have done around 4-5 times. I think around 5 to 10 years, approximately, different timings. I done drop shipping. With my experience, I'll tell you, it is of course you make a good profit and you have good money, but actually it's not just as easy as it is projected. It is not a quickly to doing. Of course, I did it in 1 month, something, have a good sales, but because I did a very extraordinary thing. So to get up, because now as an entrepreneur, I believe in it, immediately getting an enthusiasm, excitement with me and with my team. So I did so much of unusual things to first month itself, because when I did it last time, the training, I showed them first month how you to make it on a dropship revenue. So because that's the reason that I went ahead and do, but it's not first month, 2 months, 3 months. You really don't make that kind of a faster result on it. You need to systematically work on it. So that's part of drop shipping part. Okay, so that's what I want to tell you, because I'm going to talk you about the plus points and advantage and disadvantage and the benefits, everything. But I'm not talking about the overnight you're becoming a successful. It is a 3 to 6 months of minimum hard work to take off. Okay. Now, when you look at it as the growth of this, dropship has a more growth than the e-commerce industry. The e-commerce industry, around 19% to 23% is the growth, but in the dropshippers is increasing 28%. Even though it's dropship is always work with the e-commerce industry, right? But beyond even the industry growing only 19%, dropshippers grow 28%. Okay, in the last 4 years. Last year especially we have seen, and that's exactly the same thing is predicted to 2025. So if you're planning to start, there's a lot of scope on that. Okay, now this is sync with the e-commerce industry. It's a part of the e-commerce. As I mentioned, it is many people are actually promoting it separately from e-commerce. It's not true. It's a part of the e-commerce industry, and it's the same ecosystem. Only thing is you have a third party to handle supply. So please don't get misunderstand. It is drop shippers now completely. That's the way. That is so much a projection of the online. It's separately done. Okay. Now this is definitely growing in a various segment, which we'll discuss each segment a bit later. So it's huge potential is there in the market, and we can. But it's a long time, not 1 month, 2 months. I'm talking about within 5 years you can actually develop a good business on that one. Now today, when majorly 2018-19 we did, 2020 we don't know how much was the data because of COVID-19. 2018 and 19 maximum toys and furniture and food, electronics and fashion is promoted. Okay, so that's the product design. Now before we go ahead, anything to discuss the drop shipping, so we need to understand the order fulfillment. So in the part of the e-commerce, we discussed little about the fulfillment. So now here in detail about fulfillment part we discuss about. Okay, so basically what is a fulfillment? The moment a customer pay the money or pay order, actually sometimes he may not be paying money because some people know cash on delivery is there, maybe credit is there, and maybe gift vouchers are there. Maybe, so many different options are there, right? So the customer pays an order, it comes to you, then that from the inventory that to be packed and sent to the consumer. So before that, as a company, you need an inventory. You need to pick up and picking the stock from the suppliers, sourcing from the suppliers and other part, and adding the product to your stock and shipping to different customers. Now this process giving to a third party. Okay, so that's exactly a drop ship we do. Now, in the drop shipping, many people have a misunderstanding we can only do B2C. Actually, no, B2B also can be done. So B2B drop shipping is also an amazing thing. And even I recommend you go for more into B2B than the B2C. Like earlier I said, in online, B2B is more easy than the B2C. So, but very few people only try in a B2B. Majority of the people work with the B2C because the social media influence or online promotion influence. But actually, B2B is much more easier, faster, cheaper, and profit making. everything, because you could have a huge number of orders as well. Now, there are a lot of issues in the fulfillment part. First of all, this from my own experience I'm sharing with you. You need to understand this aspect. One is actually the receiving the products itself. For example, you identify a person, your supplier, and you have to receive their products from various channels. Now, that you need to put into your garage, your godowns, or your house, or your office, different places you have to do. Here itself, you have a lot of challenges. So now, how do you find the products? So you have a lot of dropshippers products. I'll come to that one. Before now, traditional e-commerce, what are the plus point here is a dropshipper. Now, if you don't have a dropshipper, what you do? You find an merchant, like we discussed the sourcing the product is what are the methods. We have manufacturers, we have merchants, B2B merchants, we have wholesalers, we have white label products providers, a private label product providers, and we may do arbitrage with the retailers and maybe a master reseller, right? So different methods we source the product. Now, it depends upon the product you're sourcing that you will receive to your place. Now, when you receive to your place, first of all, there's another challenge comes in when you pay the money. So first you pay the money. Many of the manufacturers transferring the money, most of the manufacturers don't take credit cards. They take on a wire transfer because the credit card transaction fee is more. So when you go to the bank to transfer this money, that itself you have a problem. Especially you're doing a cross-border transactions from your personal account you're trying to do. So bank will refuse. They say for your blood relative only you can send it, or this much money only you can send it. So you will not be able to transfer the money. Otherwise you have to reduce the quantity. Then reduce the quantity, your price will be less. So that's the reason you need to register a company. So my opinion is, if you're planning to do dropship, register a commercial company, because you receive money from the customers, you also supply the products to the receive the product from suppliers, and they need money. So a lot of transaction, a lot of business there. So at least an offshore company, I recommend you to register on it, or your tax registration, your VAT registration should be done. And tomorrow something goes wrong, and as an individual, you may not have the right to source a product from there and sell it. So you are not legally also not protected. So it's a very important to have this is in place. Now, once you place an order that way, now most of the time you might have taken some samples. So now if you don't have a reliable product sourcing, sample you got, the real product you're getting may be slightly different. So that's another challenge. So that's the reason you need to be careful and repeated one, reliable one, and you need to depend on it. So then after that is the product comes to you. Then once you release the products, from the import-export, there's a formality. If you come through the ship, there is a different formality. Airport, there's a different formality. By another channels who comes to like a road by road, it comes to you, or you go and pick up from the postal departments, or sometimes they'll deliver it to your place in a different channel. All this aspect, products reached you. Now, if products are reaching itself, the clearances of that, you need to go and check the clearance aspects. That's again a lot of paperwork. And there are a few licenses you may additional record, and depends on the country come from, you have different clearance, different formalities to complete. So once you finish that, then you get the products and keep the products in your place. So this is called a receiving end. So you receive the products, right? Now this products, you stock it in a place, and now you are running. So this itself, it's a worth outsourcing. So this formality you don't have to do the moment you go for dropshipping. That's a good thing, right? So of course, the payment transfer is there, except everything is not there. Now your inventory, you have to store this one. So inventory storage is again a big challenge. Inventory management is one of the biggest things. Inventory valuation is the biggest thing. So accounting part, management part, operation part, you have to keep the inventory. It depends upon the products. You think about, you have 1,000 products, and finding out the 1,000 products in different places. Some people do 10,000 products. Even 1,000 products, you have a subcategory, sub-category, different brand, different size, different models, different configuration, different variations, different. Now, all the things is when you categorize it and not to do a mistake to send to a consumer, it's a challenge. It's not easy like a theory we see, I keep your product and sell it. So I'll tell you, this is a big challenge. So the drop shipping, again, you don't have any headache. So otherwise you have to keep the inventory part. So it's a warehousing and storage is again expiry date issues there, warranty period issues there, perishability issues will be there. All the things we need to handle it carefully. Now, once you have these two things, now you have an order processing. The order processing is again another challenging thing. So order comes to you, and multiple addresses the order comes in. I know multiple addresses delivery is another issue, and people comes to you. Now you need to send this to them, right? Now the process is an internal process. Now a person received the order, and so then we know that we have to cross-check the money is debited, credited. So finance department approve that order is placed. Sometime cash on delivery, still there is a financial invoice to be generated. Then that should be verified. Then we need to pack and send it. So before shipping, we need to pack it, right? And then ship it. So packing materials, we should have it. We need to source and keep it in advance. It depends on the number of quantity comes. And if your packing is not proper, many of the company won't take it. So you need to have packing materials, wrapping materials as well. On a pack, sometimes you have a wrap. Then there is a sticker. Then there is your coupons, your vouchers. And then it's also something you have to paste it on it. And plus your branding, because the boxes go from you. Ultimately, when we discuss on the CRM aspect, we'll discuss with you. That's the first time your customer is going to get a kinesthetic experience from you, the touch and feel experience from you. That's a very important feeling. We discussed about that and the positive reinforcement. So we'll discuss this is in detail when we discuss about the promotional activities. But the kinesthetic experience is basically what? Now the person, as a traditionally human being, we want touch and feel it. And online, we are not doing that. So we go to a shop, if it's the fashion product, definitely we touch. Footwear products, we do that one, right? And electronics, anything we have a sense of belonging, that means we need to touch it. Depends upon the characters, which is, some people are more kinesthetic, some people are less kinesthetic, but human being are usually kinesthetic. So this is a place people touch and feel it. So when we say touch and feel it, there's a problem. Now this box comes to them first. Now actually in between there is a shipping. I'll come to it. I'll cover this one here because I don't want to jump it, but I want you to think about this word. Now this packing material goes to someone, and I, for example, as a customer, I paid through credit card, my hard-earned money. And I seen a fantastic pictures on Instagram. From there, I click and went to a website and purchased. And I went to the description. I saw the color. I saw the video, and I seen the people wearing it, and especially a fashion. So I imagined a product about this one. That's the reason I bought it. I'm convinced is I'm getting a good product. And my mind is actually the picture you displayed in the website, maybe a handsome guy or a beautiful girl who wearing and looking great. But the customer, like me, if I buy it and comparing with the fashion model, it will not be equal, right? Because a completely fit person, also a model wearing a jacket, and I'm putting a jacket on, it's not look nice. But my vision is the jacket comes and I have the same feeling. So with that, a lot of expectations. And that it's a imagination I have, that expectation I have, that vision I have. I'm opening the door for the shipment. Now the shipment, the reality is that depends upon the shipment agency you're using. It's a postal department or a private companies, or maybe you're using a premium one like a FedEx or a DHL or that kind of a company. And this is carried by another person. It is not belongs to our company. We have a less control on their behavior, the characteristic, the way they dressed up, the way they approach the consumer. So there is a high possibility we are not meeting customer expectations there. Then that we don't have a control. That's, please understand that we don't have control, but at certain level we can take care, because the delivery time we will follow a Ramex or a FedEx or any other companies who's actually following the standard, putting some cost there. I'm on that side, because that's a feeling has a lot of importance from a consumer point of view. Of course, based on a product you're selling a dollar sale or a $10 mark or a $5, you cannot do. I'm talking about on normal average one. Now, when I open, the moment I received, I sign it and received, maybe transaction will be there, my credit card swiping issues will be there, cash on delivery or cash giving, or already paid, whatever the cases. Now, as a customer, I received this box. So this box is mean to me a lot. So this from your internal packing. So this product, the quality of the box or the cover, whatever you are doing, and the material you used, the look and feel, that the first feeling as a consumer I'm getting. Then I open it up again. There should be a wrap and properly done. It's not just it's not just like put it like folded and put it. No, it should be properly packed because it have a lot of emotional connection. As you know, the positive reinforcement of the consumer, which we discussed in the retail outlet, happened when the person bought it and packing and leaving that counter. But here, the positive reinforcement is not on a bought him. He is waiting for the products to arrive in a day or two or a week. That's the time it's happening. Now, product come to him. Now, when the products comes to him, now when you open, he has a lot of experience. Even that touch and feel and the smell, we get the smell of that box, the smell of this dress, everything is a matter, right? So this you need to take care. So this is where you will handle when the order process time, it will be handled. So this order process internally, we need to have a good system in place. Otherwise, we are going to have a lot of issues. Now, when we send out the problem, there's so many problems which you read in the newspapers or online shopping, or shopping reviews, or maybe other campaigns. You can see it is the shipping. Many people do mistake. You ordered some size, maybe you order for XXL, you get a XXX. Sometimes you order for a mango, you got Zara. Sometimes you order for a white one, you got a black one. Sometimes you got absolutely completely different products. So there is a proper system inside the to packing and sending. It should be there. So to reduce the accuracy of that, maybe even Amazon does the mistakes. Amazon also not reach 100%. So there will be a mistake, but it's 99.99%. We need to have an improvement. Then let's go for shipping. Then there is a shipping. There's again, you think about the process there. A company carry their products to go to the continents, different continent, by ship, by by air, or by train, by road. Maybe a combination of this as well. So sometime you send a shipment from China. You are ordering it from like in the Middle East. Now you are sourcing a product from China. The China products comes to you this way. Then you are shipping to the consumer. So it just goes the cycle. From the city, we are dispatching. This is go to maybe by ship for a next continent. From that continent, go by flight. From then they go by road. Then finally, the person maybe in a bike reaching to consumer. So it's a big haul of a chain. So all of you in the back, this is the back end process. We need to really think about this one. Now, once it reaches to the consumer, I'm not put there because as I explained to you already. That is part of a CRM module. We'll discuss about how the customer will. Now, there will be a return process. If you say you will not take a returns, many other people don't buy. So return is the process. So in a returning process, he will send you back. So when you send it back, he may not be paying. Sometimes he say, I need some companies offer a facility even to pay. That means to pay means once we receive, we'll pay. Or sometimes they will pay, that is, we have to be refunded to them. Okay, so return process is a process. And then when you return and got it, maybe he might have used, or he might have by opening time, or by shipping time, or your inventory time, or your packing time, something might have gone wrong. Now with that, you need to go back to the merchants. Now, so this merchant, he need to accept this and give you return. Most of the time, they'll not refund the money. They'll give you another piece. So, and plus, you don't have a time to wait for it. You will replace the product to the consumer. Then you go back to the manufacturers. So there is another 20% of the capital you record for, because that process takes time. Depends upon the product value. You have these products to handle. Because customer is returned, he'll expect immediately. You cannot say, I'm trying to get from manufacturer. Manufacturer, you send him, And if they say, okay, we'll add this in next shipment. Next shipment will be next quarter. You are not sourcing anytime every day, right? So that will be another problem. So this is these are the issues usually in the e-commerce we have. Now, how exactly a dropship work here? So dropshippers basically all this process is actually outsourced. So that's the reason people believe it's a big relief and directly go from the supplier and send to the consumer. Okay, so it is very easy in that aspect when you look at it is to, and plus we get an entire things to our website to integrate. Now, how do we incorporate dropship to our e-commerce business? So I use the word incorporate because I personally don't recommend you only do dropshipping. You need to do multiple things. Sometimes you set up an e-commerce website, you can do multiple things. Dropship is one of the ways to do it. So how we do dropshipping? So we'll go quick by one. So first was we'll start with products research. So what kind of a products we wanted to promote it, and where we source the products, and the strategies in place. Your niche, all the strategy we discussed, niche, keyword competitions, and profitability, everything. Plus, in the dropship, you need to research if products are available from the dropshippers. Then you decide to promote this product. Now you know when before we go and place an order and decide to start this business, check the competitors' pricing. So this, the dropship is a huge business model, and hundreds and millions of people basically doing a dropship in the world, and most of the people are sourcing from the different companies and the different pricing they're selling. So we should check with what the price they're selling. You may not be able to sell it much higher than that and to have a profit. So your finances you need to check there. Your resources you have to check there. You need to find out how much percentage you'll be able to make it, even the competitor price you're selling. And if you reduce a 10% or a 5% to attract the consumer, is it viable to you, feasible to you, profitable to you? So that's another part we need to check it. Okay. Now, after that, we need to find a supplier to supply this product. Now, the fulfillment process of what he's saying about is also we need to look into. We need to have different. Most of the suppliers give you a kind of software or an access or API where you can actually handle all the thing part. Now, then, so he will give you maybe a lot of products, but you list and promote a new product. Be sure about the special conditions and all the things, you can ship it to the locations. So this is before you start promoting, double check with the merchants, it's available or not. Now, many people ask a question, dropship is illegal? Answer is yes, but all other business conditions are applicable here. So now if you are taking money from a consumer, depends upon the country you are from, you need to register a company and you need to have a commercial license. Depends upon the country and the product you deal with. Sometimes maybe downloadable products or a knowledge-based products or a training, teaching products may not record. But in the most of the cases, most part of the world, the physical product which you are selling usually require many steps of legal proceedings. One is, of course, your company as a registered or proprietary company or a commercial, private limited or a LLP or whatever this thing you have to register, and need to also to have bank account. Plus, you also need to have tax registrations. So most of the company has a tax, or you register in offshore locations and deal with that. So that's another way, an option. You can actually have an offshore company. So dropship is 100% yes, it's legal, no doubt about it. Okay, so but this portion you have to take care. Now, and also remember that you have a dropship agreement and a contract with the supplier. And please don't take it lightly, this aspect, because you are sourcing a product, thousands of products from different part of the world and promoting it. I've seen one of my friends got 800 cases in 1 month, and his agreement with the supplier was not very strong. Finally, he has to pay, and finally, few of the customers forgave him, saying that I sourced from this. Please don't make a problem. I'll replace you with some other product. That's way. Otherwise, you will do great trouble. So it's important to have a dropship, an agreement and contract, and read the agreement and contract. Some country give you, like China, they give you contract in Chinese language, but there are agencies who do agreement for you, translate it and do it for you. So some places will be, another language. So take care of that agreement as well. Okay. Now, how much it costs to start a dropshipping business? For a dropshipping alone, there's no much cost, zero. No, actually, some cases, some companies will charge you for a API or initial order or a minimum deposit, or using their inventory, they charge you around $1,000, $1,100. That's approximately price according to it. But most of the cases, zero. But for what you need a website, you need a domain, you need all other things. I'm talking only for a product with this third party, because many people misunderstood dropshipping is an entire business. Actually, no, it's one of the source of method. So when we discuss the e-commerce, you source as a private label, you source as a white label, you source as a C&F agents, you source as a wholesale market, and you do as a arbitrage. That one category is a dropshipping. For that, most of the companies zero. But some companies for API, they charge you to use their inventory to put into the website. So around $1,000, actually, you can start the dropshipping business on it. So now tell me, I'm telling many challenges. Now, when the benefit we are getting through dropshipping part. Okay. So now, so many reasons are there, but I'll start with around 5 reasons of which many. Okay. Now, your startup risk is very less, because you're not investing anything on a shipment. Product stock. Of course, shipment also sometimes you don't invest, but there is a methods you can actually, even you get a credit on that. There is a finance also available on dropshipping. We'll discuss that also in detail. Okay. You can minimize the risk of that. And you're not investing the money for products. And your storage is very lower. You don't actually keeping a stock of your products, and so you have a very good range of a product offering. For example, if you would have invested money to buy the products, so a lot of money you have to invest to get one more category. Here is you have thousands of categories of the products to offer. You can have a dropship arrangement, and a lot of flexibility because of the shipment extra you have to add it. Okay. Now the question is, people ask me as is it profitable? Answer is yes, can be profitable, but properly do. That's one thing. Like any other business, you need to properly manage your pricing, properly plan your operations, properly set up your niche or products you're offering. All the things applicable for any other business. Okay. Now, this one is, I did ask them, do I need to register a business entity for dropship? Answer is yes, you need to register your business. That is not like an affiliate program. Affiliate program, I said, you just need a KYC or a bank account. But here, you need to register your company, and a majority of the payment providers require that your business credentials. What's your company's commercial registration, your tax registration, and some cases, number of articles, all the things they will ask you to start the dropship arrangement. Now, so dropship is always known with an eBay, because that, even including me, I started selling this first time in the eBay. Is it dropship allowed in eBay? Many people think it's illegal. No, actually, eBay allow dropshipping, and in fact, actually, eBay encourage the dropshipping, and they specifically say they directly promote. They encourage the people to come with the dropship products, and they have tools for it and mechanism for it. There is their promotion offers also with that. So yes, answer is eBay encourages, and it's legally you keep and can sell a products through eBay without dropshipping. Now, here is actually for eBay, basically you are not hard to tell them where you're sourcing a product. That's another thing for eBay. You're not to tell them where you're sourcing it is. Now come to is it dropshipping is allowed in Amazon? Answer is yes, but there is a catch. More than twice, my product has been taken out from Amazon. Now this one is a problem with Amazon. It's hope you remember, which we discussed about when we discussed with affiliate program. See, this is you need to understand, this is Amazon is a great company, as I'm a big fan of Amazon. As you know that I always refer on Amazon success, and very inspiration to us. And Amazon brought out so many things. When you look at the Amazon So many aspects of Amazon. But we also should understand the weakness or a drawback and the thing which we don't support about Amazon. And we are concerned about Amazon. And so many people, that's two concern on dropship also I'll tell you, affiliate also I'll tell you. So now affiliate, which I already told you about Amazon issues. One, most of the time Amazon say your friends and relatives and neighbors price purchase, we don't give you commission. That's one of the conditions are there in the affiliate arrangement. Now, how do we know that is Amazon knows how they know we are relatives? How we know that is we are friends and neighbors? Now, when as an affiliate program, usual case, what happens? Your initial stage sale is from these people, yes or no? Because something you start always come from our relatives, friends, and neighbors. So then Amazon will pay commission. So when you go back to Amazon and say that is I didn't get my commission, they'll tell you it is we give you advertising fee. I'm very specifically, strategically, Amazon saying in a commission name is advertising fee. All other companies say either profit or a commission. All other companies give you even for your own purchase, not only for other. No? Majority of the company give you even your own purchase, at least your friends and neighbors and relatives. Now, when you go into an Amazon, you say that it is. How do you know this is? How you define that is they are my friends? So they say, no, we cannot reveal to you the method we are measuring. Actually, the few methods they're referring, it's very simple. Your IP, and you logged into Amazon affiliate account, same IP you try to buy, same email ID you to buy, same address someone is buying. So there are around so many mix and match the Amazon do internally. Then they find out this happened, they deny the commissions. And they say that is not a commission, no, there's not a discount program, it's a program of a promotion. We are paying you advertising fee, you have to promote and get the sale. This is a drawback in the affiliate program of Amazon. That's the reason, exactly the reason I said, two reasons I told you about Amazon is not a great for affiliate. One is because of the commissions, less commission, and this kind of a rule is there. So that's the reason I hope you remember that affiliate time I told you Amazon is not that good. Maybe initially it's good to have because immediate approval and number of products is amazing. Okay, so you can have it. Now, what is the problem with the drop shipping with Amazon? Two times my high experiences is they take a lot of products and they said it's not your product. And when you marketplace, I think you have a kind of an ownership on the products. Means you stock other things, and there are tricky things. So both times they told me it is a product from someone else you are doing. So actually, Amazon sales, drop shipping actually you can do, okay, but there is a two clauses in the Amazon. It says it is. So we need to grow and cross check and make sure that is you're following that rule. So not like an eBay. eBay you have absolutely no issues. But you go to Amazon, this is actually not only me, and you go online, you can read about this review. Many times Amazon rejects you sourcing product from another company, and you're putting it to the marketplace as a drop shipping. So be careful about this aspect. Okay. Now, what is the right approach for a drop shipping? So first is a market research, like our keyword research, understand the products in the market and what the price people are ready to pay for the product or the competitor's price, etc. is important part. So before your inventory cost you're picking up, before there's all the things, now you use the drop shipping, that's a good thing. Now you also don't do something called overselling, just because you can get a product so easily and all the details so easily, don't oversell it. So be careful, and even though you are not stocking the product, it does not mean you can try to do that. But at the customer point of view, he does not know, he was not aware about drop shipping, right? Now, and you also think about the seasonal overflow. Sometimes you get a lot of inquiries on product. Do not jump and invest money on that product, and then your inventory will be lost. Okay, so this is on a drop shipping part. When you come, you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to even pay the advance. Once you get it, you pay. Now, another plus point about the drop shipping is now it's a natural calamities happening, or all of the things happens. So you are not keeping the products. Your products are depending on drop shippers. It's a one way is good. For example, something goes wrong at your place, or where your garage has a problem. There's a lockdown happens, or maybe something flood happens, or maybe power cut off. All the things happening, the dropship is a good, because that portion, that's the part your business still is running. So natural disasters, all the things is you can have a dropship arrangement and to do your online business. So we don't have to stop the business based on that one. Then now important is a shipping system. You need to have a proper shipping system arrangement to sourcing from till to the consumer part. And it is location to locations is also become a problem sometimes. So different location you can use for sourcing the products, and you can dropship, you can have that arrangement as well. Okay. Now, maintaining the products, handle with like some of the products, the fragile products, or maybe when a transportation is going wrong. So it is be careful on that is very important. That's the reason. Or is in a dropship, you can have more flexibility in that aspect. Okay. Now, some cases, you have a more cost on shipping than the product itself. So that you need to be careful. So because you're sourcing a product from a supplier from different part of the world, they'll have a more pricing on it. Okay. Now, when you say that the different products, you have a issue like a large products, the size is high, so you cannot have to store in this, save it to your place. Or heavy products, the weight is very heavy. So normally the shipment cost is based on our kgs, right? Based on our weight. So then there's a fragile products, handle with care products, like, it can be broken, damaged, and some kind of a valuable, maybe like a diamond. Then special conditions, maybe some of the products, there are so many products that comes under that list, like a socks. In the textile item, socks as additional test go through most of the countries. So socks as a separate one. So like this, you need to understand the various kind of products. This is good to depend on our drop shipping, because this you'll be away from these issues, because that they will take care. That's a plus point of doing a drop shipping part. Okay. Now, some cases, some of the products, by looking at all these headaches, it is better to have a dropship arrangement. So you'll be happy about that one. Okay. Now, you can actually make it happy with the customers. Certain customer products can be a dropship arrangement. You can have that one. Now, how do you choose a supplier? So now all the thing that is you're depending on a dropshipper and supplier. This dropshipper is nothing but a supplier. The supplier actually ship the products. So the supplier is actually shipping to your consumer directly. They can be called as a dropshipper. That's a simple definition, right? Now here is when you're choosing this supplier, depends upon your business model. You need to choose the supplier as well. Now this supplier, has a different quantity requirement, different minimum MOQ, minimum order quantity requirement is there, minimum different compliances required. They'll ask you so many things. So based on that, you should have it. Now, you need to test the samples, as I mentioned. It's important, and make sure that you're doing an anonymous sample. That means not you ask your address the sample. You ask, they know that is your ask for the samples. Now you can also pretend another customer, another address, you ask another sample. So you can understand the sample quality as well. So you need to test that way. Okay. So you need to have a quick reference checklist about the business process on this. This checklist never forget. It will save you a lot of money and time, and you will be away with a lot of problems. The first and foremost is your consumer is going to give you returns. This is for sure, assured. Either it's a 5% or a 30%, that's the question. Yes, 30%. So that will be there. So that means 100 shipment goes, sometimes 30% shipment also come back, depends on the products and quality and how you shipped, how you arranged, how you did a relationship with all the matter. Now, 5% is damn sure, 100% sure. You'll have it 5% in a year on average. So if this return comes, so how do you handle with the manufacturers or a supplier? So supplier should give you the products. They should say, I'll replace the product within a month. Okay, that is, you have to commit yourself to the consumer for 40 days time, because he's offering only 1 month. It make approximately 40 days. Now, some cases they will tell you, we cannot give you after 6 months. Not the customer bought after 6 months, because after you bought 6 months. So you bought a product and kept it in your garage. 6th month is going to the consumer. He's getting in the 7th month, and he's returning in the 8th month, and you cannot go back to him. So all the things to be considered an example. So these are the points to be remember when you do a product arrangement part. So it just be taken care. And how long does it take it to fulfill the order from sale to delivery? Because now you got an order today. So now you're committing the customers in a 1 week delivery. Now your supplier should agree that. So there's always do some margin. They say 1 week, you say 10 days to the consumer. They say 4 days, then you say 7 days to the consumer. Okay, why? Because of course there will be a human beings and there's a delays. So much thing will be there. So that is to be considered when you're supplying, when you're finalizing a business arrangement, a product sourcing arrangement with a dropshipper. And how they handle the customer support. You as a customer to them. Are they give you 24/7 support, or are they have a phone support, WhatsApp support, or instant message support, or online support, or email support? What kind of support mechanism they have? So that's very important. Okay, so you make sure that you have a problem, you can reach out to them. You send out an email, after 1 week they send a reply, your customer get pissed off. So please make sure that is you will be able to efficiently handle the customer support with the consumer. Now, second is do they insure our orders? Some cases you need insurance because you're shipping a large amount of products from one continent to another continent. You paid money or a consumer paid money, and shipment can be lost, shipment can be stolen, shipment can be damaged, shipment can be the vehicle in a flight and ship all the things to not be reaching, and some insurance will be there. So there will be an insurance if they provide you, or if they're providing how much they charge you. It's supposed to be considered. And do they offer a fraud protection? That's a very important thing. Now, most of the cases, a drop shipper, they don't have a manufacturer. They're sourcing from somewhere else. So they do some kind of a fraud. What's your problem? How do you handle that problem? Now, an example I'll tell you. One of the leading website, I don't know how to name it, very leading website. They had a big issue. It's a huge issue to come in the media coverage, which is basically refurbished phone. A drop shipper was selling a very good price and a phone, a smartphone, iPhone. So the price he's getting because he got a good deal with the drop shipper. So people are buying. So, but it turned to be refurbished phones. So it came out of the market exposed. So now the drop shipper is in trouble because your product's supplier. And he said, no, I give you products, it's done. So, you have a problem, come back to me. No, that's not the way. If fraud happens, if the drop shipper should, what the taken. So please check it is what that we need to expect when you deal with a lot of thousands of products. That will be an important part. Okay. Now, you also do this about the reviews about these every merchants. So now the people are online, they'll go and put a review, good and bad. So genuine review, you need to verify and do it. So all the things is very important before you finalizing the supplier. So with this, you can finalize a supplier. I'll give you a supplier list. I'll give you URLs also. You can also try. Now, so before we go, and the 2000, I'm talking to the list now based on 2019 and 2020 because when you go online, you got a lot of list. The world is evolved, as I mentioned yesterday, and the market is changing, and drop shipping is changing. So 2019 and 20 are taken a consideration for you to take a decisions. Now, when you look at it these years, the maximum for niche, the products is gone, toys and furniture and food and electronics and fashion is a major thing. And as I mentioned, it is so huge billions of dollars is covered across the globe through the dropshipping. And every continent is doing it great. It's a global market. It's a good thing about the dropship market now. Now, what are the product you sell it? So now you know that you can tie up with the merchants easily. And how do you do that and what kind of a product you can sell it? Now, first is almost all the products comes to you free. You don't have to pay money in advance. After you get money from the consumer, only you pay, right? So this is almost everything free. Why I use the word almost? Some companies charge you $50, $100, maximum $1,000 in advance for giving you the stock details and the image and videos and description and API access to give you. So they charge you. Some companies, not all, but almost free. You don't have to pay. Some cases, $50, $100 you have to pay. But there's a problem is the moment you get a list, you'll be confused. Because you have everything to sell it. Now, hey, I want to sell that. I want to sell this. That's not the game, as I mentioned. So don't get confused. So please do research and discuss and decide what kind of a product you want to sell it. Now, you wanted to try something. This is one that's actually I wanted to recommend you on a product spot. Like, for example, less than $10. Yesterday we discussed one of the niche, $10, right? So every product has a gift as $10, or a best promotion as $10, or your store is everything less than $10. So it is examples like keychains, stuffed toys, jewelry, smartphones, all the things are less than $10 you get it. Now you can also find out rare products doing a drop shipping. So it is not products are rare, but it is useful. There are so many. That's the reason eBay is very fun. Some of the products you don't find in Amazon, you find in eBay because the drop shippers are there to keep the products there. Okay, that's one. You also think about what the products trending in the market. So that's another thing. Okay. Then now a few lists I'll give you, like power tools. This is a good dropship products. You can buy amazing price in a different site like eBay. Like a technology supplies, there are so many variations of this products. Every good branded products comes in the market. There are many companies come with the products of similar in nature, much cheaper price, and people buy that, and that's a dropship with the source. So that's a good thing. So you think about now any product like a smartphone version comes in, or maybe a camera comes in, or accessories comes in, and the bag comes. Everything has immediately another version with a branded one, but it's a different brand. But some people is okay with that, right? Now, of course, the lifestyle is a niche. You can actually accessories, all the things. That's a good one. And beauty and health is also in last year and this year you can actually drop shipping. You can do. And drones and accessories is a very, very growing segment, and it's a good price and very good margin. I'll show you some of the margins. Actually, also list is coming. I'll show you it's a good margin you make it drones and accessories when you're selling it. Okay. Now, so these are the 5 things which I feel it is doing great. So power tools, tech supplies, a lifestyle niche, and beauty and health. And so this is also there in the e-commerce niche, but in the drop shipping, this I noticed actually most of the people who in the review and the graph, there's a records as giving this 5 things doing amazing thing. Okay, so that's the first 5 thing. Now, how do you find these kind of products? I'll give you a list of products. So how do you find? You can find it is very easy. Let's go to different platforms and try to get it. Okay. Now, FB groups, a lot of Facebook groups are there for a dropship products to source it. There are dropshippers group, there are dropship suppliers group, and there are mixed. There are 3 kinds of group you can join it. Now, another place is the first is another synonym like in eBay. Another one is a Shopify. So you are planning to have your own platform in e-commerce. Shopify has a good dropshipping arrangement. But I tell you, the failure percentage of a Shopify dropship arrangement is very high. It is not Shopify issue. It's not dropship because it's so simplified, and many people think it is so easy to start. And so many people start because of Shopify. You get a platform with less than $100, and you one dropshipper you tie up. That's not the business. You know that you have to do niche, so you have to do keyword research, you need to branding, you need to find out a social media setup, and you need to have a search engine marketing. So many arrangements are there for like any other business. Only the one model you changed it does not mean the business made it everything simple, right? That's the reason that people don't realize it. That's the reason the Shopify.com they promote like anything for a dropshipper, but you lose a lot of money. Initially, you think very less, but every month there's a drop. Shopify charge you $40 or $50 or $100, and you're not properly done. It means it comes. That's the reason. Some people say Shopify dropship percentage of failure is more than 99.99%. Very less number of people only become successful. Then there's a company called Product Mafia. So this is also, but they have good pricing and success ratio is high with the Product Mafia compared to Shopify. But it's not that popular, but they have fantastic and facility you can do it. Now you can also source the products from Pexda. So a lot of products you can get there and promote on it. So all the things actually, you can get started like a thief.com, another place you can start the product part. Okay. Now, like this, you can find out so many dropship merchants, and I'll also show you some more list bit later. Now, first we'll go to the products part now. Now, Of course, because of COVID-19, this is the one of the fantastic thing. So many people buy, even it is available through dropshipping. So we can start selling this is right away. There are so many companies provided this one. And it is an increase like anything. February 20, look at the Google trends. And it went up, March like anything. March, April was high. Then it came down. Okay, now it's not that much, but N95 did a fantastic. There are many people become millionaires through drop shipping by selling N95 mask. You know that, I don't have to tell you. And it was the price on, there's approximately $2 to $5. They were having a price range and they're selling in the boxes. That's the price they're selling. Okay. Then second one is hand sanitizer. And the various penetration of, this also did very well. And $1 to $5, there is a different companies. Actually, I put the company's name as well. You can search it and you can actually source to them. They also have a dropship arrangement. Then there's a remote cars. It comes around $28 and the different pricing, you get around that. Okay. Now, earplugs is actually, I found is even yesterday, e-commerce mastery also I discussed it, is earplugs has become very common nowadays, and you get a good price, and you can do that one as well. Okay. Now, there are different healthcare products, different OTC products, which we discussed yesterday, is also coming to the market, and different companies started doing great and good price and good offers you have. And like Slime, so many other new products is doing a good one to promote the market. And few innovative products like a neck phone holder. That's another product is doing great online part now. Okay, and you have a different supplies and different it falls also. And I also mentioned the approximate prices. You can actually go and take it on. Okay, now magnetic charging cable is another product which people are doing great, and the price is also much cheaper compared to the market. Now, as I mentioned, few simple products, but people buy it is like a posture correction belts, and you can get it from there. And portable mini air conditioner. It depends on the weather where you are from. So people also buy that. And this products, various various keywords also there. Okay, this is a good one. You can actually market also. Then waterproof shoes protections. Various shoes. Okay, buy it is okay. Now you get a different price for it. Now there's a face mask for men and women. There's a different thing people buy from others you can do, and this is people are doing an amazing thing. And when I noticed in the Far East, the Japanese, most of the people who made money. So this kind of a beauty skin products, actually they're doing a fantastic thing, and you can also so it's a product through drop shipping. The wireless chargers is another product you can source and sell it from different companies. Now, car holder forge is another product you can sell it through drop shipping. I think you might have seen this become last year is quite trending. So these are the few things. Suddenly come to the market. You might have seen some companies push a lot. Even some of the companies even do as a B2B, and you can see in the retail showroom as well. So that's why B2B drop shipping also very, very common nowadays. Okay. Now, this is another product which now every shopkeeper is buying, right? And you can again do a B2B. This is one town, one agency you can appoint, and you can also supply through drop shipping. So that's another method which I want to talk to you as a strategy, where you source as a B2B and appoint distributors and channel partners offline, and you supply the shipment directly to their place. So this is one model you can do. So you don't have to retail it. You identify your distributors and channels, and you say, I want a distributor for this one so country, so and so city, and I'll give you exclusive territory, and you can go to supermarket, you can go to shops, you can go and sell it, and it can be done. And you're not investing in the products. You actually source a product from the drop shipper and sell it. That's another method you can have. Okay, so that's a different stores you can also buy the same way. And beauty and hair salon, there are different products. There are a lot of things to there. That's a target audience. There's again a B2B segment. So this again you can appoint agencies for this. Many of the products used in the salon, healthcare products, skincare products, and the equipments, which is an exclusive thing, which may not not easily found in the market. There are agencies go to their place and offer them. So this is one method they do. So you can also plan to that one. And legs for accessories for the drones is another thing is doing great. And then again, prices are very cheap. Thanks to the China manufacturing methods, they price is amazingly cheap. Now, so like this, as I mentioned, it's small things, but it's an innovative thing, so people feel to buy. Now, there are a lot of products are also available there. And different niche, you might have seen all the products is a quite niche. And when you think about it, this keywords as well, a different keyword. So you need to find out, again, the same rule applicable. The monthly search volume is very important here to have it on. Okay. And other niche with a few other potential, which is I'll discuss with you now, then before go to that. Now, fitness trackers. So it's a, that is come up like anything. Everybody started doing that. And Bluetooth speakers, different segment, and different people are buying on it. And teeth whitening kits. It's a dropship is doing a great thing. And as I told you, skincare also, they're doing so many things. It's a good one now. Then another thing is a baby carrier, and smoothie blenders, and organic tea, and smartwatches. And the smartwatches is actually in 2017-18 was a very trendy. So now slightly reduced. Don't know the reason, but it did very well in 2017-18 period. Okay, and Bluetooth headphones and security cameras. There's a mandatory for various shops and various places to have it. So people must buy it and keep it. So people started buying it. And anti-aging cream, as I mentioned yesterday, the healthcare products. One of the things everybody spent money. So some of the healthcare products and the cosmetic products. So one is an anti-aging cream, and people buy and you have a good margin as well. And another thing is a beard oil. This again a dropship will get amazing products we can promote. And yoga mat, we discussed yoga as a good niche, and you can actually sell various kinds of yoga mat and wiper blades. So this is one of the things most of the car to get once in a year it goes. People say every season you have to change it, or every 2 seasons you have to change it. So every 2 years, 3 years, and especially the model goes away, you don't get it. So people buy, that is one. And one drawback of this is actually shipping cost is actually. But people sell it through drop shipping, the wiper blades of the cars. And different kinds of bag, LED lamps, and sunglasses. And this is one of the niches really picked up well. And artificial flowers is another thing. And kids tent. This is actually, when you look at one company did amazingly well. Actually, a mom, a single mom, ran from Australian mom. I think her story is covered in one of the article I read it, and she liked her kids liked the tent, and she started doing a drop shipping, and she made good money. And she, all the pictures, she, her pictures on Instagram, she kept it and showed to the world, and it was a good sale she's made on. Okay, and rice cooker, and you can actually, all the things, you can source from the various websites, and all the sample products which I shown you is a trend. It was happening last year and this year, and you can actually think about sourcing the product and putting it in from the different website. I'll give you some of the website list. I shall give you. Earlier I give you supplier list. Now I'll give you website list. One is AliExpress is the most common. I think all of you know AliExpress. We have been discussing about part of Alibaba. Okay, now millions of products and sort of different niches you can get from them, and you can promote them. Another site is Selehorse, is again a good drop shipping website. A lot of products are there, and you can source exactly the same products to your website and keep it with you. Okay, and so there is also a supplier directory they'll give you, and you can add the products from that directory to your thing. Okay, another site is a Mega Goods. You can have a site, keep the products in your website and multiple products they give you, and for one niche itself they give you multiple products. That's a good thing. Okay, so there are hundreds and so many products they have it. You can source it one. Another site is Operalo. This is where you get a good number of fashion products, and there all these companies which I'm showing, there's no upfront cost. You don't have to pay any money. Some companies charge you $40, $50 as a service fee, which give you API, but products you are not paying. Then there is a method for after you sell, there is a method. So there is a company offer you a method. Even you sell the product, then only you pay. That is some kind of a verification they do for your credit cards. And there are also method, they'll finance you for the products. For example, you have a drop shipping products. You buy it and sell it in 2-3 weeks time. You wanted a loan for it and finances for this. There are companies and banks gives you. with a quite high interest, but people wanted to have it. There is a method people do. And recently, there's one of the crowd platform. They come out with a product to finance these products. So it is, again, if you're thinking it's a large scale to do and you don't have capital, there are solutions for it. So please don't worry. Now, I don't have money for it. Only for shipment, crowdfunding platforms or start funding or other platforms are paying money for this as well. Okay. Now, one of the things you need to do automate is the pricing. Now, you source thousands of products, and thousands of products, when you source it and you have an API, you have a products kept it. Same products, normally they'll give by default their price or some standard price they keep. That may not be a right strategy for you. So you need to add your pricing based on your quality, your quantity, your your operational cost, your pricing strategy, your profit margin, all the things put together. You need to have a pricing strategy to have it. So you need to have an automation that. What I mean by the automation? One is the moment you can actually set in your platform and set in your API percentage wise. Each product you're adding a different price. You have 1,000 products, you have to do 1,000 edit. So instead you go for a percentage, you can change for all. But I agree, some other products you cannot go for a percentage as well. So you need to have a combination of that one. Okay, that's one. So it's make sure that is it way. And you also do order fulfillment, make an auto. The moment an order comes to you, you need to make an automated system. Only maybe the payment part only you have to make it separately. That means you get an order and you don't have to take that order with you, then send out an email or something. No, it can be automatically configured to the API to supplier. So you get it, only make sure that he has money. So there is most of the people as an arrangement, you keep the money there and kind of a prepaid account. So they'll not even wait for your money. So you can keep topping up, the delivery keep happening on it. Okay. And even inventory should auto update you. This many products is going more, this much is less, this is an expiry date, this is out of stock. All the things should be there automatically. And you can have multiple accounts, different tax purpose and different country purpose. For example, now you're shipping from Europe, from Turkey, Asia from China, and maybe Europe, the US from from Mexico. Like you're planning it is doing it is, you can have multiple accounts, and you can also track the shipments. So even a consumer will come back to you and say, I'm not received. So to the drop shipper, you ask them to give a shipment tracking. So you don't have to go back again every time. Plus the consumer can access as well. So this also should be automated. So this automation is important part. Now, so this it depends on the country you're going. If you're going for a US and European Union, Spocket, the place you can get a lot of supplies, and you can source the products and do it. And you can choose thousands and thousands of products to drop ship there. And another company is a Dropified, and it's actually earlier another name it was. Now it's called Dropified is a good one. They also have good number of products. Okay, and Dropified also give you a software to all the listing skills and everything. They'll give you, and they have a good product to give you, the good features to have you, and to run everything on a drop shipping. They have a complete system to work on. Okay, now when you're selling the products part in an e-commerce store, what are the things is through Dropified, automate your Dropified thing, and how you run that one. Even Alibaba thing, you can actually brought and do. And of course, Alibaba has a huge number of thing and a good number of suppliers. You can choose that. And you get millions of products on a factory prices to promote from Alibaba, right? Now, you have a number of suppliers, over 2 million suppliers. So that much is a product. You think about how many products they can have it on it, okay? Now, even in drop shipping, you wanted to have another support. There's a DOBA. You can use it as for a simplifying the entire process. There's a software, there's a technology to use for that. And you can also consolidate the project's details, everything through the DOBA, that one, okay? And again, there's a 20,000 online retailers you have for in the DOBA. That the moment you connect with DOBA, you have a 20,000 online retailers connected with that. Now, I'll tell you an example how you sign up with them. Like AliExpress is a completely free, but Seleho charges 61 per year. DOBA charges 29. Like a different company charges such a small amount, but worldwide brands is the thing, they charge you $250. So the rest of the things, it's a nominal price. but it's worth it because they have a lot of suppliers. They also have good softwares, good ecosystem to run the drop shipping program. You can have it. Now, so this, once you source the products this way, now the most important thing is, as I mentioned, is only one portion of that one. Now it is syncing with one we need to have in an e-commerce feature. So what are the e-commerce features we need to have in the website? Whether you are doing a drop, any method you are sourcing a product, what are the things required? Now, people should get a good experience. So first of all, it's the e-commerce experience. What the person come to a website and utilizing and buying is very, very important part. So the storefront design, it's a part we can never compromise, right? The look and feel is important, and design is important, and the placement is important, and the storefront design. It is actually, I used to say to the people, that is not just an act. What kind of a product in the first row, what kind of product in the second row, and what kind of a product you give in the third row. All the things is actually very well thought, different thing where people keep it. Now, you can also see a different way of different products is listed in Amazon, different companies. So you can actually learn from them how they set up, and similarly, you can actually add the same products to your website. And now you actually, when you go to ADM website builder, actually I forgot to tell you, ADM website builder also you can do drop shipping. So if you're planning to set up a drop ship website, e-commerce or a drop website, when you want to do drop ship as an e-commerce, you can use our e-commerce solution as well. Like ADM website builder, you can create a shop and you can connect the products and do it. And you can do a 3D customization as well. As you can do complete customization. And you can also use a checkout solution also there. Then even mobile optimization you want to do, you can do that as well, right? Now you can actually, the niche you can choose based on that. You can do preview the application, like ADM website builder. You can see before you're publishing your website, you can see and see how it look like in the desktop, how it look like in a tablet, how it look like a smartphone. You can see that is before you're publishing. So even you want to try the online, what do you call that? Drop shipping. So like a Shopify and all, they charge you. So ADM website builder, even 14 days, you can actually, without charges, you can try e-commerce and with the payment gateway, with product host, with the drop shipping, and you can set up a store and try it out, how it's working on it. So that's a good thing about, when you use a free trial, like ADM website builder, we give you 14 days trial. Then if you like it, everything okay, you want to continue, you can go. I recommend all of you try this method by signing up any other dropshippers. Now, you want to integrate WordPress. You can also integrate WordPress with a lot of dropshippers as well as your website. You can do that. Okay. Now, the storefront conversions. When we discussed about yesterday, conversion rate optimization is a very important part, right? So even the storefront, that conversion aspects we need to think about. Then coupons and discount play a major role. As you know, homepage itself, people wanted to see the coupons and discounts, and many of the companies very regularly offer coupons and discounts. Even your newsletters, not social media, must reflect this one. And customers do expect always the discounts and coupons and offers. Okay. Now you can actually you can create various promotion through thing around 70+ native discount you can create in the ADM website itself. Okay, and you can keep the different products in a different coupon price. So in some cases 5%, some cases maybe 10%, sometimes 20%, sometimes $8, some cases $4. You can have that one. Now, of course, you need to check the site speed. So especially when you're connecting with the dropshipping API, definitely is an important concern. You need to do this one. Okay. And you can also check the Shopify site speed, how much it's coming, etc. Now you can also have merchandising products which is through API connected and promoting with your own branded, which you can do. Now, most of the websites, you need a kind of a digital wallets. It's not just always e-pay. So that a digital wallet is a very good concept. So now some return happens. There's a money. So a person can actually upload $1,000 there. Money is there. Whenever he wanted to buy, he can use from the wallet. And in this wallet actually really makes sense to the people, because sometimes they don't have the card at the moment, or their card is not a right date to pay for them. the cycle wise, the people save that interest by looking at cycle, so that you have the people keep the money in the wallet. Not only the returns happens, you actually wallet is there. You don't have to send him to the money to the bank. You tell them come to the wallet. So wallet actually they need to buy. So especially digital wallets, when you have a returns happening, when the returning happens, right, a refund, you can give to wallets. So that many companies give to the wallets, and you save a lot of money, because when you transfer across the globe, you have a overseas transaction, exchange rate, and bank transaction, and there's an effort. Some of the process effort also come from the office. Okay, so all the things is important, and keep it that when digital wallets, you can have like an Apple Pay, Amazon Pay, you can have it as yourself in your website and create it on it. Okay, now people can pay through different methods like a bank account, cash, wire transfer, credit card, PayPal, digital payment, etc. And your platform, like affiliate we discussed, SEO integration is important. Now every product you should be able to do meta title, meta description, and on-page SEO, and you also should be able to do off-page SEO from there, right? And it is very, very important to have that that aspect. And every page you should be able to edit information to be edited, and to add their description, etc. That's very important. Okay. Now, various kinds of a search within the site itself is important, and with the custom field, with the site, people should be able to search it, because you have thousands of products. It's important to have a search in the platform, right? It's okay. And sometimes you have more products, it's become very, very important aspect as well. And you should be able to refine the search as well. Like, for example, if it is a books case, by author, by publisher, and by topic, or by offers, like this, the consumer should be able to search the product as well. Now, when you go for this one, dropshipper, most of the time it will be API driven. So you are not sourcing and keeping a product. You are just getting an API from the dropshipper. API is something called application program interface. There is an interface they give to you, keep in your website. So entire product and services, everything you can keep to yourself. That's good. So you can have API driven commerce, and where people connect the e-commerce API to your website, and which is a product inventory will be there, and SKU stock keeping unit can be there, and all the things can be added to the website and run. Okay, so that's a good the features of the API. Okay, now you don't record anybody, to be there on the website to happen. Most of the time can be automated, and people get a different experience with that one as well. And a different website, you can go and see how they're promoting this kind of thing, and various kind of integrations. You will be able to see the people using these kinds of method as well. Now, different kinds of innovations on a credit card. E-commerce business happening from the storefront up to the credit card payment system. How they're doing it. Okay, and you can also have a website built on open source. That's many other people uses. It's up to you what kind of a platform you're using. Now, most of the time nowadays you have a multiple choice. That's one of omni-channel, multi-channel. So now you have one platform selling in a multiple places. For example, now somebody coming to your store, somebody coming to a website and buying. That's the first thing. Second one is now people coming to your shop and buying. Now, so that's a problem. So actually, what is the real problem there? It has to be the same platform, which is actually, I did one for a fish selling company. So this is actually a real problem we had when we implemented the technology there. For example, now morning the fish comes to the people. Now the fishes can be bought online, and he can only depend on online sale. He needed traditional sales as he already doing. So fish went to the market. Now that fish is there, actually taken up pictures and videos is there on the site. Now same fish people can buy. That's an offer they were giving. So when they buy, now you need to have a stock of that one. So the moment it is taken from the website, even store it has to go, right? And he'll be locally delivered. So you need to immediately keep it. Otherwise another customer comes and buy from the shop. So one channel and a multiple selling. So now you're selling on Instagram, you're selling on Facebook, you're selling through WhatsApp, you're selling through WeChat, you are selling through marketplace like eBay, you're selling through Amazon, you have your own websites, and you maybe do auction, and you have a outlet your own, and all the things happening on your. And so it just recommend to have one platform handle all the things. So that's the concept. You need to sell everywhere with one platform and promote the products. So then again, you can you can choose what method you wanted to sell it more exactly. And you can also do a cross-channel commerce, different channels you wanted to have it, you can do that as well. Now, different website uses this, all the thing which I'm talking, like Shop Disney has a good model of that one, multiple, because Disney has so many, the places interaction people buy, and inside the Disneyland, there is a shop, there's a Disney franchisee outlet, there's a other companies selling Disney's product, there's a website products, even inside the Disney itself, there's a multiple outlet, and all the things. You go through shopdisney.co.uk, you can see actually how they arrange it. It's a very, very good system there to have it. Then, of course, you go to marketplace. I think tomorrow we'll be discussing about the marketplace in detail. You go and sell it in the marketplace as well, like in Amazon and eBay. You do that one, and there is a slightly different way it works, and that we'll discuss in detail tomorrow. How the nature of the marketplace, how you handle it is. Okay. Now, you can also set up your own website, like a home decor list. You can have your own site as well. Now, there is something called social commerce. So we need to cover part of the e-commerce mastery, but in the campaign time, we'll discuss in detail about the social commerce. It is basically, now the Facebook allow you, most of the country, not all the countries, most of the countries, Facebook allow to have a store with payment gateway on a Facebook itself. So people are selling, and Instagram is actually known for it. Even affiliate program, people are promoting it through Instagram. They're trying to do, and you can do multiple channel that way. Is doing it. Okay. Now that people buy a lot of products from Instagram and Facebook, and it's also growing. So when you're doing an e-commerce, this opportunity also, we never lose it. We need to have a shop there as well. You cannot always tell to the consumers, you come to my shop and buy. No, they can buy whenever they want. It is actually that channel is increasing now, which I spoke to you, all these 8 to 9 methods, like your website, your marketplace, your Facebook, your Instagram, your YouTube marketing, and your WeChat, and maybe your through PayPal, and plus your marketplaces, or like eBay. In addition to that, sometime a kiosk you kept it in maybe one of the airport, or maybe in in the shopping mall, or maybe in various places through kiosk you can buy. So all the places the business should happen, right? Everywhere, wherever we get a sale, we should be open if it's just feasible and do it. And you have to also to link with the brick and mortar. If you have a retail outlet, so which we discussed earlier, if you have when the existing business converting to online, which we discussed this. So brick and mortar also is also to connect it. So your offline sale is happening, also connected here, especially for inventory purpose, and you also understand what kind of a products is selling more, etc. Okay. So there, people transaction happen through POS. Even sometimes you want to use the same platform, which I mentioned yesterday, like a Shopify Plus has a both option. Like a Shopify used for a drop shipping, but you also source the product in another source and keeping. So you have a sourcing products for another method, but international shipping you use it drop shipping. It's also that hybrid system is also possible. So if you take a Shopify Plus, you can handle that one. You have your own platform for doing a drop shipping. The same platform has a POS system. Like if someone walk into their shop, you can connect that as one to your POS system, and all the things also happen. So one system you can handle both store and online. So like there are so many companies you can go online, how they handle it is, and it's a very beautiful thing. And you can also have multi-store. Now you have multiple websites, multi-channel, like what you discussed the marketplace. You have eBay channel, you have PayPal channel, you have marketplace channel, and your social channel, your instant message channel. Now you also have multiple channel, like you have your own store, or you kept it in a shopping mall, or you have a Sunday market or a farmer's market, or maybe a kiosk you kept it on the shopping mall. Maybe you have a university bookstore. So it's multi-store you have that also can be connected to one and promote now with a single login. With single login you can handle. So that kind of platforms are available now if you are doing. Okay. So you can go and see in a different location, different country wise you can do, and that's also possible. Now, most of the time we in the drop shipping people discuss about the B2C. As I mentioned, the drop shipping can also do as a B2B, business to business, we can do. So business to business you can do is basically an example is Alibaba.com. Now, many people think if it is Alibaba is available, why should people buy to me? And the answer to you is, and a best example is, there are so many people making $10,000 to $20,000 every month. They buy product from eBay and sell it on Amazon.com in US. See, the many people logically, why the customer cannot buy a product from eBay? My answer is, every time a consumer is buying a product, he's not going to multiple websites. He go to Amazon and buy it. Those who are going to Amazon immediately buy it, right? Even if he does a research, he may not be going to Alibaba, eBay, these products or not. I used to check it after listening to this one because people make a huge profit. Now, as I mentioned yesterday, also this point, eBay has a companies. Sorry, not eBay. Most of the people use a product sourced from eBay and sell it in Amazon like a marketplace. They have a software. There are software, the tools we can actually source the product through that tools, entire products details, and you can upload. So you're buying from eBay and selling it is here. It's very easy. And when you're buying an eBay, you are actually not buying and keeping in your place. So you're buying for the consumer through that software. So that's a method, they're using it as. It's a great tool, and even sell it to the marketplace. You can use that and do works, and people are making huge money. And practically, many of the people are not buying or not taking a decision by looking at all this comparison. People just go and buy it up, right? So that's the reason even you buy from eBay and sell it on Amazon, still is a good business model, especially in US market. Okay. Now, there is something called customer grouping we should do, and depends upon the nature of the consumer. Like yesterday we discussed, depends upon a cohort analysis. You need to keep this spot as well. Now, you can actually create a customer groups in your dashboard and only offer to them is one. Now, you also should have a price list and a B2B price list and a B2C price list separately if you're doing at a time both. Do not mix it. And you have SKU, stock keeping unit. SKU yesterday we discussed, right? And the part of a glossary, SKU, what stand for. Okay. Now, SKU is actually different groups. Different products group can be different. People can have a different SKU to create it and keep the stock for that. Okay. Now, you can also offer something called a bulk pricing. Whether you're sourcing through drop shipping or maybe directly the manufacturer, you can offer a bulk pricing. You can have a button for a bulk pricing with minimum order quantity of 100. For example, you're selling one product for $10. You have $5 margin. Now, if someone is buying 100 products at a time, you can even further give a $2 or $3 discount, right? So that's called bulk pricing you can have. So you need to take control on the bulk price. If the query comes, you should have it as well. Okay. So you can have a minimum order quantity called MOQ. We can actually put it, and based on that, you can have a value placed in the website itself. Percentage of discount you can show. That's when the order comes, you don't have to manually deal with that. Okay, minimum order quantity 1, this is the pricing. Minimum order quantity, this is the pricing. How much is the discount you get it? You can see that. That's the method. Then obviously there is something called purchase order to be processed in the e-commerce site itself, and the punch out when the shopping cart time, you can do that one. And you can also have a quotation based pricing. You can do that one, and there is different methods. The platforms are available for that. And yesterday we discussed about the bundling is a strategy. So bundling B2B strategies are there, and there are different companies that offer the bundle solutions. Okay. Then there's a B2B payments. As we discussed earlier, B2B payments are the order quantity is high, billing amount is high. Many people reluctant to pay through receive it through credit card because it's a huge margin. They will go there, right? So it is very important to receive maybe escrow account, maybe a wire transfer, or another method to receive the payment. Now, your website also should have an advanced search of something to, not just a simple search. Somebody is really looking for something specific. You have thousands of products. You need to have that kind of search option in your website. And internationally, you're shipping few things as we discussed earlier. Multi-currency must be our such features like an affiliate when we discussed. We also should have a multi-language. So multi-language and multi-currency, there's a tools work on a multi-currency easily. Multi-language also tools works it, but more perfection, obviously manually is doing. But initially you wanted to start as a Google Translate, other thing is enough to start with. Now, cross-border fulfillment, if like we discussed the fulfillment is we are doing a dropshipper, that's easy. But if you are not doing dropshipper, and I discussed with you so many aspects, that still is a concern on it. Now, core e-commerce, what are the features? One is actually it should be scalable. Anytime your business can be improved, you should be able to scale it, and shipping you should be able to handle in the platform itself. And taxes is a major concern on the e-commerce segment. So you should be able to tax it because every product has a different taxes. So if you start to doing it manually, it's going to be challenging. So you need to have initially one time you list out the taxes. When the adding a product, it's like by default, the platform take the tax percentage. So you don't have to manually show that one. And so making it as a different stage, the process one you can show. And it can also put a vaulting. It is on some of the products you can keep it in a more safer and not showing. And secure one, you not lose your customers' data, or you don't lose some of the data, so that you can, what that's called vaulting, you should do this one, okay? And your customer initiate a refund and partial refund, or you can do through an accounts. That should be one of the enabling part you should do on our affiliate website, okay? And of course, various kinds of reporting analytics must be there as a part of our affiliate, social e-commerce website, okay? And you can actually leverage some customer logins through an API for a single sign. And SSO has become very, very common now. With a single sign with your Gmail or your Facebook, you log in. And with multiple websites, you don't have to ask them to log in again and again. Like a Gmail does. One time you log in, you get another, easy to another login, same way. So SSO you can use for multiple websites if you have it, okay? You can have an open platform, security and confidence. Security part we discuss later. Security is a very, very important part. And the security, we should be able to rely on it. It's not fun. Now, uptime, this is the most of the servers is a big issue. See, now, when you take a server, they will be listing out the server uptime. Most of the cases, they say 99.4%. When you calculate that, so huge time is the downtime. 99.4%, which means every 100 days, half day, it's already, it's not every 100 days. Actually, there are 365 days you take it, at 0.5%, so there is a 2 to 3 days. It will be down, will be there in a year. So we feel only once in a year, 2 to 3 days, but 2 to 3 days will be a very valuable day. So that's one of the things. But some of the websites says 90% and above. It's again a big trouble. Is that 90% and above? 100 days, 10 days. 200 days, 20 days. Almost a month in a year, right? So 99 and above should be taken. Some companies say 94.5%. So there are downtime for various and nobody's offering 100%. So world-class uptime is 99.4%, not 99.99%. So 99.99% is Amazon Cloud also offering 99.94%. So they're expecting a downtime from the server time itself. Okay, so make sure that is you have a world-class uptime. So, okay. Now, security aspect people are concerned, so you should have an SSL part, it's important, and backup and restoring for your products and site is also important. And some kind of an e-commerce expertise you should use when you're setting up your first time your store, whether you're a dropship or not. Someone who knows an IBC or any of the e-commerce expertise should use it one to do this one. Okay, and make sure that is your e-commerce platform gets support. Without support, you'll be frustrated and you will not be able to handle. And when you buy an e-commerce platform or you set up an e-commerce website or you're buying from a third party or you're building yourself, make sure that is to the consumers and to yourself, you have a support. And especially on a technical aspect, most of the time we will be able to solve it by communicating. So you should have a phone. If it is, you don't take it lightly. If it is there, I've seen it many times, it's become a big issue for support. And documentation for agreement between consumers, agreement between franchisees, agreement between affiliates, agreement between suppliers, agreement between the packaged products, packing materials, agreement between logistic arrangement, tax agencies, manpower progress, payment gateways, banks, all the things, the documentation, please make a file. And it's all the thing is recorded most of the time. Something goes wrong. And sometimes the verification also, government will ask you, we should have all the documentation, filed it properly, and put it as an honor. You should have one folder to show anytime. Now, what I'm saying to here is that this is a complete ecosystem to have it is now, whether you're running in a dropship business, whether you're running your own B2C business or a B2B business or a G2G business or a C2G business or a C2A business, what we're doing, it's a complete ecosystem is very important for us to run an e-commerce business. So this ecosystem, it should be scalable, and we need to have a proper API for that and to integrate and to promote. And so all the things, this ecosystem, all of you should really think about this before starting an e-commerce business. Many people simply take it on just a sign up and say, no, it is just a beginning thing. You start inviting a trouble. So you need to have a scalable model. You also think about all the aspects. As we discussed in the part of our business plan, we need to keep it this, we need to keep this list. What are the things that can go wrong? If it goes wrong, how you handle, etc. It's a very, very important aspect. Okay. So with this, we completed the e-commerce feature as well. So I believe you'll get a next level of information today for a drop shipping, as well as platform features, how you do it as well. Okay. Now, so I would recommend all of you, before jumping and taking a decision for drop shipping. That's one of the things we have seen. I told you the reason for a percentage of the failures with the drop shipping with the Shopify is because people immediately start jumping and starting. No, that's not the method. Even though you get a product so easily as a drop shipping method, you need to work out and to try it out all the aspect, how you supply product or source a product, and the e-commerce platform, how it works, how you source it, everything is important. Maybe first few products you feel it is easy to handle, but very, very important for you to have a vision to expand on it. And as you know, one or two customers, you may not have a problem, but when you start escalating to your products, or when you're increasing your business, and they will start escalating the problems. Because as a human being, maybe you 5 to 10, 20 products, you'll be able to handle it, but not large scale. That's the reason API integration, the products integration has become very, very important aspect. Okay. So I believe we completed a kind of a milestone now. Dropship we completed. Now we go to marketplace as well as the drop service in coming days. Okay, so I also give you a lot of additional features for a platform, which we are not discussed in the fundamental. When we discuss the fundamentals, please go back when we discuss about the initial fundamentals of the online businesses, which I covered so many e-commerce points on how you start a business on an e-commerce part. And because the platform features also we discussed. Today I added some more features. I've not covered a technological advancement, which is we'll be covering when we are doing an online shopping mall, about the augmented reality and virtual reality. I got that. So once we complete the entire e-commerce mastery, we will go to online shopping mall as well. Okay, so thank you so much. And within a couple of minutes, I'll join you in the mastermind. I'll take the Q&A from there. And I'm looking forward all of you to take action on this aspect, try it out and go to the various websites and find out the products. If you're interested to start drop shipping and you have further queries, you're most welcome for your weekly sessions or join in the mastermind session. Okay, thank you so much. In a couple of minutes, I'll join in the mastermind.